Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Anyone can make a difference. Anyone, every single one of you has it within you to make a difference. Even if it's just in one person's life. This is very important to understand because a lot of people, many people, most people walk through lives and think that for whatever reason they aren't important. You know, they think, oh, I'm nothing. But, I think about this this young lady I used to know. She was special needs. Looking back, I'm not sure if she was just Down syndrome or on the autism spectrum. I think maybe Down syndrome. And she was at this place where I worked, where I had it was a flea market. I had a book stand. And yeah, you could say, yeah, she had Down syndrome. She would probably never be that great CEO or something. But she always had a hug for everybody, no matter who they were, who worked there. And we were very protective of her as a result, but she always had a hug for everybody. She was just so sweet. We had some, I'll say some shady characters who would come through. They were even friendly to her. But I thought about that at the time. I said, that is one of God's angels. That's what I said. Now, I'm not promoting a specific path, but just saying that's what I said. That's one of God's angels. And because, somebody might look at her and feel like, oh, well, I feel bad for her, but, she's opening up people's hearts. That could be the difference. I've seen neighborhoods where there was very deprived, very dysfunctional, but there was always an elder. A lot of times a woman, sometimes a man, who all the young people in the neighborhood respected. They were making a difference. They didn't, no, they weren't that great speaker or that content creator who had like a big following. They were just regular people who helped. Like I remember, I would call him a mentor who worked at, he drove a cab while he worked at he worked at American University. I'll say it because it was not anything negative about him. He was taking classes, but one of the things he did was drive a cab. And I never forget, he said a kid got in the cab and was trying to rob him, was about to rob him. And, he didn't get nervous. He just talked to the kid. And the kid ended up putting his gun away and said, I wish I had an uncle like you. He might have saved that kid's life. Indeed, there was a time, and there was a young man at that same flea market who he was headed towards a terrible future. He really was. But somehow, for whatever reason, he started just standing by my table. So I would start giving him work to do and stuff. And I remember I had a book signing. I had a motivational speaker come in for a book signing, and this motivational speaker heard this young man speak and say, oh, wow, you got a voice for radio. And just that one moment changed that young man's life. I actually looked him up. You wouldn't think he was headed in a negative direction if you see where he is now. Very successful young man now. But you didn't see that at the time. But yet a person just pointing out one little thing made a difference. I made a difference just kind of taking him under my wing. So, I mean, you just never know. You just never know what you might do. You could be that person who just works as a cashier at a supermarket, but every time somebody comes through your line, you make them feel good. You make them feel good. You bring a smile to their face. That means a lot. In fact, I knew a cashier, was talking about special needs children. She would make a point of giving them hugs and really being friendly. That makes a difference. Like, no matter who you are, yeah, look, okay, you're not that famous, big famous person. You don't need to be. They have their own mission. There are so many people that you can impact. How many teachers? I've always said, if I would ever be president of this country, I run on a platform of really showing up education. And I would, emperor of the world, I would say, shoot, teachers be the highest paid, because a teacher one teacher can make, just one teacher can make a difference in the lives of many young people. So imagine if a whole lot of teachers, and there's been plenty of teachers who've done that. It's like no matter what, you could be a bus driver, whatever, as long as you touching people's lives. Because here's the thing, we still interacting with each other. Yeah, we got social media and there's a lot of complaints people are not interacting like they used to. But yeah, that's kind of making a comeback. I think the COVID situation and lockdowns, people are getting out more. People really out, well, most. There's still some who want to stay where they are. And you know what? They might be making a difference doing whatever they're doing. But we interact with each other. We don't know how maybe smiling at someone can make a difference. Just saying hi, just acknowledging them, just acknowledging their presence can make a difference. Just validating them, saying, hey, you exist and you important. You just never know. And I'm gonna just say, look, every single one of you, I don't want anyone who listens or watches this message to feel like that you're not an important person. You are important. You're amazing. You got something. You were blessed with something. You're not here on vacation. It's significant. You just never know. Like another story, I remember, this is when I was living in DC, there was a park, it was at Tinley Circle. There was a homeless guy there. And he was interesting because he would always keep his space clean. And somebody had given him a table, he'd be out there cleaning it sometime. And you know, this was an older guy, and you have a lot of young, and you could tell they were more upper class kids who would just stop by and just talk to him. How that man, this homeless guy, might have impacted these young people might be incredible. No telling who might have decided to go in a certain direction. You know, just talking with this man, talking with this elder. No telling what kind of impact that would have made. Never think that you're not important. Don't look down on whatever that you might say or do. You never know. You just never know. I know it seems tough sometimes, but you never know how you are positively impacting someone's life. You know, and let me just be real. Sometimes you might not hear from them. They might not say anything. You might be impacting someone's life and that person has never talked to you or you talk to them. But you never know who's watching what you're doing. And that can impact someone's life. So here's the thing. Anyone can make a difference. Always know that. Know that you are important. Like I say, I don't get into religion much, and however you choose to worship Supreme Being, but Supreme Being made you. Be proud of that. That means you are important. You have a reason to be here. All right? So that's all I have for today. I want every single one of you important people to understand that, yes, you're important. You are amazing. You are here to make a difference. Don't worry about the scale of the difference. Just that one difference makes a difference, okay? So I'll get back with y'all, or rather, y'all have a great day today. Peace and many blessings.